Good morning, students. This is 12th standard botany video class, video 6. In this video, we are going to continue the lesson Principle and Process of Biotechnology. Dear students, in the previous video class, we have seen what is genetic engineering, steps involved in the genetic engineering, and also we have started tools for genetic engineering. Dear students, in this video also, we are going to continue the lesson topic tools for genetic engineering. Dear students, the DNA recombinant technology or genetic engineering requires three basic tools for genetic engineering process. One is enzyme, another one is the vector, the next one is the host organism. Out of these three, enzymes play an important role in genetic engineering process. They are divided into restriction enzyme, DNA ligase, and alkaline phosphatase. First one, restriction enzyme. Dear students, these enzymes are required to prevent the growth of bacteriophage on E. coli bacteria, so that this enzyme was isolated in the year 1963. So these enzymes only used to cut the DNA into number of pieces. So later these enzymes are known as restriction endonucleases. So this enzyme is otherwise known as restriction enzyme or restriction endonucleases. Dear students, these enzymes are used to cut the DNA molecules in number of fragments in a region is known as recognition site within a DNA molecule. They are known as restriction sites. So, in which region they are cutting the DNA into number of fragments, recognition site within the molecule, that site is known as restriction site. Okay. So, this enzyme is broadly classified into two. One is exonuclease, another one is the endonucleases. Exonucleases and endonucleases. Exonucleases are enzyme removes only one nucleotide at a time from the end of the DNA molecule. Example, Ball 31, exonuclease 3. Another one, endonucleases. These are all the enzymes which breaks the phosphodiester bond within a DNA molecule. There is internal phosphodiester bond within a DNA molecule. Example, HIND2, EcoR1, PVU1, BAMH1, TAG1. So these are all the two classification of restriction enzyme. Is a book back question and also important 3-mark question. Next we are going to see why restriction endonucleases are known as molecular scissors. Or the other question is, which enzyme is known as molecular scissors? Give reason. So the restriction enzyme endonucleases only known as molecular scissors because this enzyme only used to cut the DNA molecule into number of fragments. And also these enzymes are exist only in the bacteria which act as a defense mechanism called restriction modification system. It is divided into three classes, type 1, type 2 and type 3. Out of these three, type 2 is mostly responsible for genetic engineering process because it contains 4 to 8 base pairs. The another restriction enzyme is Hind2, is also used to cut the DNA molecules at a recognition sites due to the 6 base pair content. This sequence is known as recognition sequence. Nowadays, 900 restriction enzymes are discovered in different 230 strains of bacteria. How to write the restriction enzyme endonucleases? It has the procedure. The first letter is in capital, denoted as an genus name, followed by 2 small letter indicates the species name of a bacteria. Then the letter which denotes the strain of the bacteria. The last Roman numeral indicates the discovery of the bacteria on the experiment. That is the way we have to write the restriction enzyme. For example, E-core1, E is the genus name of Escherichia, CO is the species name, that is coli, R is the strain of bacteria, and Roman letter numeral 1 is the first discovery of the enzyme. Dear students, this restriction enzyme contains 2 different antibiotic resistant gene and also recognition sites for several restriction enzyme. So in the recognition site only, it contains restriction genes. The restriction genes which contains enzymes which is used to cut the DNA in the nucleotide sequences. So the sequence which is refers to a restriction site is generally palindromic, which means sequence in both the DNA strand at the site read same from 5 strand to 3 strand and 3 strand to 5 strand direction. That sequence is known as palindromic repeat. Example, Malayalam. Likewise, the symmetrical DNA nitrogenous bases also read in the same in both the directions of a DNA strand. Dear students, now only we are entering into the topic, that is how restriction endonuclease cut the DNA molecule in the recognition site with several restriction enzymes. Dear students, the exact kind of cleavage produced by the restriction enzyme is important in the design of a gene cloning experiment. That means how they are going to be cut the DNA into number of molecules, in which region it's going to be cut the DNA molecule. That is the important one. Some cleave of both the strands, that is 5 strands and 3 strands, and 3 strand to 5 strand direction of DNA through the center. So the cleavage is taken place at the center of the DNA strand, means resulting the end known as blunt or flesh end. So blunt or flesh end means cleavage or cutting of DNA fragments is taken place at the center of the DNA strands. So these ends are known as symmetric cuts. So that is equally they are cutting the DNA strands into fragments. It is taken place at the center. This end is known as blunt end or flesh end. It is otherwise known as symmetrical cut. But some enzymes which cleave the DNA molecules by protruding means, what is that one? They get into. And finally, it cut the DNA fragments at the end region. Is known as sticky or cohesive end. Such cuts are called staggered because they are passed through the nucleotide sequence and they are cutting into the end region. That is known as sticky or cohesive end, otherwise known as asymmetric cuts. Symmetric cuts means at the center they are equally cut the DNA strand into two fragments. That is symmetric cut. Asymmetric cut means they are protruding and enter into the recessed end, that is end of the DNA molecule, or in which it is going to be cut the nucleotide sequence, is known as sticky or cohesive end, otherwise known as asymmetric cut. This flesh end and sticky end are important. Differentiate between question. Kindly note it down in your textbook. Dear students, see the diagram how the restriction enzyme cut the DNA. For that they have taken two strands. The first one is the 5 strand to 3 strand direction. Second one is the 3 strand to 5 strand direction, which contains different nucleotide sequence. First one GAA-TTC. So in the second strand, 3 strand to 5 strand, it is occur in the reversible manner, but the nucleotide sequences are same. This arrangement is known as palindromic repeats or sequence. Now the second stage is we are using E-core-1 bacteria to cut the DNA into the region is known as sticky ends. That means it will be protruding, and also they are entered into the what region, that one? Recessed end. It is start from the G of 5 strand to 3 strand direction and it protruding, that means go through the pathway, and it cut the DNA in the region of another end of 3 strand to 5 strand direction. So it start from 5 strand and pass through the different nucleotide sequence and cut it into the another 5 strands direction of a strand. So one end to another end they pass through, the remaining end only it cut the nucleotide sequence. That type of end is known as sticky end or cohesive end. This cut is known as asymmetrical cut. So asymmetrical cut means there is no proper division. It is occur in the irregular manner. That is said to be asymmetrical cut. That end is known as sticky end or cohesive end. The next one, see the diagram, 5 strand to 3 strand, 3 strand to 5 strand. The nitrogenous bases are same, that is palindromic sequence in opposite direction. We are using the SMA1 bacteria to cut the DNA at the middle or center position of both the strands. That end is known as blunt end or flush end. This cut is known as symmetrical cut. That means equally they are cut the DNA fragments with the equal number of nucleotide sequence in both the strands. That is known as sticky end and blunt end by using the enzyme to cut the DNA into number of fragments. That's why restriction endonuclease is known as molecular scissors of DNA. So these enzymes are very much important for genetic engineering process. The other two enzymes are DNA ligase, which is used to join the DNA fragments, and another one is the alkaline phosphatase. Next, we are going to see DNA ligase. This enzyme used to join the sugar and phosphate molecules of double-stranded DNA with a 5-strand to 3-strand direction, 5-strand which contains phosphoric acid, and 3-strand ends which are having the hydroxyl group. So in that group only they are going to join the DNA fragments. First, restriction endonuclease cut the DNA into number of fragments. These fragments are joined by the enzyme DNA ligase in the end of the 5-strand direction with the phosphoric acid and 3-strand ends of the hydroxyl group. Dear students, see the diagram DNA ligase reaction. This is the strand of DNA, one strand of DNA, that is 3-strand to 5-strand direction. Then 3-strand direction end with a hydroxyl group, that is OH. Then 5-strand group is end with phosphoric acid PO4, isn't it? One is act as a positive, another one is act as a negative. Hydroxyl is positive ions and the phosphoric acid is the negative ions. So here these two strands of DNA fragments are joined together by the enzyme DNA ligase, which are adding the inorganic phosphate in the end of the phosphoric group by the utilization of energy from the ATP or NAD+. Now they are producing the adenosine monophosphate because ATP contains 3 phosphate molecule. From that, the DNA ligase is utilizing 2 inorganic phosphate. So that's why the ATP is converted into AMP, that is adenosine monophosphate. Why it's convert ATP into AMP? They need certain energy. So it takes energy from the ATP molecules by getting 2 inorganic phosphate. Okay. So these inorganic phosphate molecules replace the hydroxyl group into O, and also the bond is taken place between phosphoric acid and the hydroxyl group. Now the DNA strands are joined together, 3-strand with oxygen. So oxygen means phosphoric acid, PO4. So both the strands are joined together by the enzyme is known as DNA ligase. So new strand which are forming the phosphodiester bond. So this is the way the DNA enzyme, that is ligase, join the 2 strands of DNA by utilizing the energy from ATP and getting 2 inorganic phosphate and convert the ATP into AMP. So 2 strands are joined by replacing the hydroxyl group. Between 3-strand and 5-strand, a phosphodiester bond is produced. That strand is known as new strand of 3-strand and 5-strand with a phosphodiester bond. This is known as DNA ligase reaction. This DNA ligase reaction is isolated from the T4 bacteriophage. This is an important 1 mark question. Okay. So restriction enzymes are isolated from the E. coli bacteria The DNA ligase are isolated from the T4 bacteriophage. Dear students, the last enzyme for genetic engineering is alkaline phosphatase. It is a DNA modifying enzymes. With help of this enzyme only, we are adding and removing the specific phosphate group at 5-strand terminus of double-stranded DNA helix, that is double-stranded DNA helix, or single-stranded DNA or RNA. So this alkaline phosphate only used to add or removing the specific phosphate group at 5-strand of both double-stranded DNA and single-stranded DNA and RNA. So thus this enzyme is preventing self-ligation. So self-ligation means the DNA fragments are automatically joined together. That should be prevented by adding and removing of phosphate group in the 5-strand end of the DNA, that is double-stranded DNA, and single-stranded DNA or RNA in the 5-strand direction. So this enzyme is isolated from the bacteria and cough intestinal region. See the diagram. This is the plasmid cut open linear end. So the 2-strand, 5-strand and 3-strand. 5-strand is the end with phosphate group. Then 3-strand is hydroxyl group. By using the DNA ligase between the 5-strand and 3-strand, we are forming the phosphodiester bond by utilizing ATP molecules to get to phosphate molecule and convert the ATP into AMP. So now the recirculation of the plasmid is taken place by self-ligation, isn't it? That should be modified by adding or removing phosphate group by the enzyme alkaline phosphatase. Now see the diagram. This is the plasmid strand of DNA. This alkaline phosphatase remove the phosphate group. So both the strands which are having only hydroxyl group. Now the DNA ligase is unable to join the fragments. So no reaction is taken place. So the phosphoric group of other DNA fragments is added by the enzyme of DNA ligase. So they are formed, newly formed double-stranded DNA replication. So the adding and removing of phosphate group is taken place by the enzyme alkaline phosphatase to avoid self-ligation process. That enzyme is known as alkaline phosphatase. So this is the diagram which are showing action of alkaline phosphatase. Dear students, I hope have you all understood different enzymes responsible for genetic engineering and their activities. One of them is cutting the DNA fragments, another one is joining the DNA fragments, another one which are adding or removing the phosphate group in the 5-strand direction. So that is said to be tools for genetic engineering. After this, I conclude my video. Remaining we will see in the next video class. God bless you. All the best, children.